again. Sorry, I got a nice little video chat from one of you kiddos and it stopped my video. So let's keep going now. So the length, remember, the length is always the longest side. So I know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is my length because it's longer. So it's 6 and it's square units because it's not telling us what that actual unit is. Okay? And then my width is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 square units. So how do I find my area? Well, I know I find my area by counting how many square units there are inside of my figure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh, I'm realizing that these are rows of 5. So I'm going to keep counting by 5s instead of counting one by one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I got an area of 30 square units. Okay. So for B, let's see my next. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Remember, it can be whatever you want as long as it's a rectangle. So my length, what's my longer side? Right here, L for length. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm just going to, instead of writing square units, again, I'm just going to leave it, but we know that we would have square units. What's my width? My shorter side, 1, 2, 1, 2. And how do I find my area? Well, I count all the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, and you know what square units. And then my last, C, I would go ahead and, let's do, we're making a small rectangle. So my length is my longer side, which is 1, 2, 3 square units. My width is my shorter side, which is 1, 2 square units. And then if I have 2 across, I can count by 2s. 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 6. So 6, my area is 6 square units. So here we are going to start getting into that formula. So it says discuss the relationship between the measurements. Well, boys and girls, if you look at the first one, when I knew that I had 6 rows of 5, that I counted 5 across, that's 6 rows, 6 groups of 5. We know that that's the array that we've been talking about. We know that when you hear of, or when you hear 6 rows of 5, you know that that's multiplication. So I counted 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I counted 5 up and repeated that addition problem 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, which is the same as 6 times 5, which is equal to 30 square units. In the second one, I counted all of these this time because I wanted to show you something different, but here I have 2 rows of 6, which is 6 plus 6. 2 rows of 6, I know, is 12 because I'm doubling 6 plus 6. And we did the same thing for C. I had 3 rows of 2. My array shows 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is the same as 3 times 2. So what's the relationship between the measurements? Well, I know that I can see here that area is equal to length times width. Because when we're working with this rectangle, we're always working with an array. And whenever we're working with an array, we know that's how many squares it is that fills that entire surface. So another way you might see this is A equals L times W. You might see L times W equals A. Sometimes you might even see a dot in the middle. Sometimes you see this dot, and that also represents multiplication. Okay, so area equals length times width. Say it again with me. 1, 2, 3. Area equals length times width. So let's go to the next page, and we're going to go through this one a little bit quicker this time. So for A, I'm going to draw a rectangle where it's my length is 1, 2, 3, 4. My width is 1, 2. And now, since I know that length times width equals area, instead of counting every box, all I have to do is multiply. So 4 times 2 is equal to 8. And again, you want to remember that it's 8 square units. B. Let's see here. Okay, my length, my longer side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My width is 1, 2, 3. Well, now instead of having to count every single box one by one, I know that I have 7 rows of 3, which is equal to 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. 7 times 3 is 21, and since we're finding the area, square units. And then C, we can go ahead and do, let's do this. So my length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and my width is only 1 square unit. So if I only have one row of 7, 7 times 1 is 7 square units. So what's that formula for the measurements? Let's write it in the box. Well, we know that length times width is equal to area. Okay? So on the next page, you are going to be doing the same exact thing. Same thing for all of these, your final check for understanding. And there is no challenge work for this. So I want you to take your time and make sure that all of your squares are different in A, B, and C. All right, good luck, and I will talk to you at our Zoom meeting at 10.